Okay, we're live.
Oh, I
Here we
see.
are.
There it is.
Yep, it says we're live. So, as always, fun technical difficulties, but we will figure this out.
Yes.
So, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is just right at the beginning. So, if you're watching this part, you're watching the replay. My name is Lee Laughlin. I run Essentially Lee, and we educate on using essential oils, doTERRA specifically, and other natural products to help us live a cleaner, non-toxic lifestyle in this super simple ways because we are mostly busy parents over here. I just said earlier on my page that like I just don't have time or the desire to be checking labels all the time and scanning things into apps and seeing what comes up and what is not, what's safe and what's not, and everything. Anyway, doTERRA, you get like your own little store. It just makes it super easy. But I wanted to invite this week for episode 3 of Tuesday Talks. We're like on a roll. I don't know how many you have to like make it a habit, but maybe we'll get there. And in the summer, that's kind of a crazy time to start. But anyway, this is my friend Bridget. Bridget, I don't even know. Bridget and I knew each other in high school.
Right.
Was it just high school, right? Not, yeah.
Yeah, and it was very like friends of a friend, but yeah.
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 But like we went to the same high school and now we've been kind of reconnected, and I'll tell it like super short and ridiculous is that when our oldest boys are the same age. And I remember when I was first taking Peter to a soccer game and I would like look around and I'd be like, those people look really familiar. Like I recognized your husband like pretty. I mean, like he and I went to school together like for a long time, so that was easy. And I'm like, and I know her too. I just and so anyway, it was like doing this kind of thing,
Well,
but
I
it's been
think you were
fun.
pregnant at the time, right?
When have I not been? When have I not been pregnant?
But like in terms of like recognition, I mean, there's a lot going on in your brain when you're pregnant and
Mm-hmm.
with a newborn,
Mm-hmm.
so I get
Yeah.
it.
But so Bridget has 2 kids, 8 and 2. She
Yes.
2. Yeah.
These two.
She is a teacher, an elementary school teacher, kindergarten, first grade. What other grades?
That's it. I taught
That's it.
pre-K. I taught pre-K as
Pre-K.
well. Mm-hmm.
So the little ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to chat with her about what she uses and why. So if you're watching and you have questions, type them in. And if you're watching the replay, still type them in. And one of us will get back to you about, I don't know, whatever it is that you got.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump on in. Bridget, tell me, let's see. Well, I have on my agenda for you to introduce yourself, but I kind of introduced you already. But what else? Tell us something else about you.
Let's see. Well, I'm Bridget McCulley, technically. I have 2 kids. I'm the youngest of 3. I have an older sister and an older brother. My sister has kind of played a part in introducing me to essential oils as well. Um, she has 8 children. And let's see what else. I'm a like 5th generation Floridian from Orlando. Like we are very local. What else is exciting? I am a teacher, but I'm taking a year off to stay home with maybe more with my daughter and to be home with Liam a little bit more. So new chapters, new adventures, and the oils help me with that transition. And I get
Well, tell
things.
us how. So, what is Well, what got you interested in doTERRA to begin with? I know you used some oils with your sister, but
It's really
what were you
well. It's
looking
actually funny. And I have this bottle. I have to show you this bottle because this actually played a lot of part in it. It was one of my coworkers who's a teacher, who also uses doTERRA. She would come to our meetings every day, and her water smelled really good. I was like, "What? What's in your water?" And she's like, "Grapefruit essential oil." I was like, "Oh, I really like that." And then she explained the benefits of it, and I was like, "Well, can I like buy a bottle from you and try it out?" And that was like my initial kind of hook into the whole what are essential oils. And it has been a slow like 2 to 3 year process of me learning more and more and more. After that, I met my sister started to give me, she gave me like a bottle of lavender, and then she gave me an On Guard roller, and just little things that she would kind of treat me with whenever we were at family functions when I had a sore throat or I wasn't feeling well, and no, it was, the holidays. It was probably Thanksgiving Day where everything's closed and you can't go get anything.
Yep.
Um, and that convenience has totally sold me. You think Amazon's convenient? Nothing is more convenient than having a shelf of everything you need right
So
there.
true. So
So,
true. My mom and I were just having this conversation. She's like, "You made some honey mixture for your dad, and I need it. He used
yeah,
it all, and I need
yeah,
it." And I was like, "Well, it's no problem. I have all of it right
yeah.
here.
It's
Just
9 times out of 10, even with just like the starter kits, you have 2 or 3 oils that will make whatever you need to fix whatever problem you're dealing with, or challenge, or emotion. Um, so that's kind of how it all trickled out. And then when I met Lee, with Liam and Peter becoming buddies in class and at the soccer field, um, I think that's when it kind of became more of a bigger event for me. And then we had a party, and I bought the home essentials. It was the home essentials kit. I think it was no, it was the family physicians kit
yeah,
that I bought. And at the time, it came with a diffuser, which was really what was pinging my eye. I really wanted a diffuser as well, and it changed my life. I've been on it and more and more and more ever since. And now my husband built me a shelf to hold all of my oils, which is full.
organization.
Um,
I know. I filled mine up way too soon too. I was like, "Oh,
but I use it all. It's okay. I told and some of it isn't oil. Some of it's the gel capsules, which are larger bottles,
yeah,
and um, mud masks, which I have 3 of because I'm still learning how to order. I understand it now, but at one point I didn't totally understand how to order things, and I ended up with 3 mud masks, and they just kept
nice."
coming in the mail, and I was like,
Now, have you
"What?"
used the mud mask?
I do, and I love
And
it.
do you, because you have really sensitive skin, if
I
you don't
do.
like,
I do.
and
Pretty much.
I remember being like, "Oh, I want you to try the skincare, or I want you to try the mud mask or something." But I get it. I get it. You
I
don't want to make
haven't branched
changes.
out into the entire skincare line yet, but I have done the mud mask, and I've gotten is it HD Clear roller
Yes. Yeah.
for like at
Blemishes
little
and things. Yeah.
spots.
Yep.
I really like it. It has a really lovely scent, which at least I think it's a lovely scent. Usually, it's kind of this
Like
abrasive, harsh smell.
medicine-y kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is kind of a sweet, lemony, tangy scent. It's nice and it feels good. And then what ends up happening is I put it on before I put my moisturizer on.
Uh
So
huh.
then I put it on, I let it kind of sit, and then I put my moisturizer on, and it just kind of like cleans all my skin. So I feel like it's a full facial treatment, but in a gentler way. I really like it.
Yeah. I
It,
have find, and I found myself. I laugh at myself, like with the mud mask and things, because I'm like, who am I? Like, who have I become? But I love it. Like, your face is so
yeah,
clean
yeah.
afterward. Like,
Mhm.
anyway. So anyway,
I know
so
I
now
had
we're
thought
talking
about
like
giving
more
away
than
the mud
essential
mask.
oils, but this is some of my point is that, when you get started with doTERRA, you have access to your own store. And so nobody knows what you buy except for you. And you're in control of, you have to learn to delete, but how much you get
I
and when
have
you
it
get
now.
it. And are you earning free product or not? You can opt in and out of things, but it's just the world's easiest way to get good, clean products that you use anyway. Like that things, I feel like that's a lot of times what I talk about is I'm like, you're already spending money. Let's just redirect what you're already spending into things that are better for you, better for your body, better for your kids, better for your skin. And like for me, like when my kids are all in the bathroom, don't get me wrong, I get furious at them when they're like pumping the shampoo or conditioner or whatever. Like that makes me angry. But
Two pumps.
there are times where I'm like, I'm not, yeah, exactly. Go into your piggy bank and get me some money. Is that like there's nothing in there like that's gonna harm them. And our hand soap and our cleaner and our laundry detergent, like all of this stuff, again, the household products that we would use anyway. But I digress. So tell me, what is your like walk us through a little bit of like your daily routine personally, what you use, why, with your kids and in your classroom.
Okay, so I'll start with in my classroom because that's a shorter description, and then I'll do my daily routine. My classroom, I really only got brave enough in terms of like, and I can say this now since I'm not technically working there anymore. Um, I actually put a diffuser in my classroom this year for a couple reasons. One was to kind of create a calm. 18, 6-year olds can get intense.
Yeah.
and there's lots of emotions and energy flying through. So I typically put something kind of mild in, just like lavender, nothing that was really like an intense smell or unique, just something that would smell familiar and not draw a lot of attention but have a lot of effect. Um, and what was really cool that happened, I had for the first year ever a handful of kids who had the most intense allergies I had ever seen in my life. Like their eyes were
Hmm.
watering. Hey, Bugs, what's up? Hi. I gotta go. Here, I'll be out in a minute.
Making a video?
I am making a video.
Love you.
Love you.
Happy fall.
He should be in bed, but it's the
I
summer
know.
and we don't
Mine
live.
always come out. They all like I have to block the door.
Yeah, it was closed. I'm pretty sure Matt came in and did all that. But anyway, I digress. So I had these girls who, I mean, when I say intense allergies, I mean like the most almost oppressive sneezes I had ever heard in my life. Just like completely body disruptive sneezes. They were having such a hard time. Eyes watering, itching, couldn't stop sneezing. So I ended up putting in the allergy blend, which was lavender, lemon, and peppermint.
Mm-hmm.
Also called Tri-Ease if you want to do more of a gel capsule form, which I've gotten
Seasonal
Matt to
threat.
start taking, and I really like it too, instead of taking Claritin D or anything like that, which I felt like is just speed. Um, but the diffusing blend, they loved the smell of it, and it got to where I had one girl in particular who would say, can you put on the smells that make me stop sneezing?" Like she was literally asking me for it, and I was like, "Yes, I will."
Yeah.
I was like, "But don't make a big deal of it, okay? It's just in the corner. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I'm totally allowed to
Put it over here in the calming corner.
Right, it's in the common corner. Just
Yeah. It's true
but
that we call it like the seasonal threats blend. And then Tri-Ease and lemon, lavender, and peppermint, or LLP for short, or whatever. But
right.
they're like a magic trio that can help with all those kinds of things. And so, yeah, like Bridget said, they're in a soft gel, which is like makes it super easy to take internally, carry around with you. And some of the same, I mean, anybody that I have introduced to Tri-Ease that was like using other things on a regular basis have switched over. Now, everybody has done it carefully and cautiously, and like you respond to your own body. And I will never advocate for like quit taking whatever your doctor says to take.
Right.
But I do think that we can be proactive in what we're using and just kind of try to say, let me see how I respond to this. And everybody has like Tri-Ease is being reordered every spring all the time because it is so effective and affordable, especially compared to some of the other stuff. So I love that story. That's a cool story.
So that was my school story. My daily routine is we wake up typically around 6:30 or sometimes 7:30, but we wake up and my daughter and I, she loves her vitamins, so she calls it vitamin. It's her little 2-year-old accent. And so we go get her vitamin, which she has to get out of the bottle herself, and she takes hers. She kind of sucks on it, but she gets it all in eventually in a really lovely way.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has to give mommy her vitamins. So I've kind of taken to just bringing my bottles of vitamins with us to our table where we have breakfast every morning. Liam, I have not converted yet to the doTERRA vitamins, but I have not.
The older they are, the harder it is, honestly. Yeah. Like John, my 2-year-old, he does the same thing with my vitamins in the 80s. Like he'll be like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," and done. And it's like,
yeah, no problem. I didn't
start
with Liam when he was 2, so it's definitely
a
harder transition with him.
Well, because they're not full of all that sugar and like extra junk.
Yeah, I mean, if you
and they can tell
a Flintstone gummy vitamin your whole life, which is basically like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yep.
He sees the watermelon emblem on there, so he's done. So anyway, but he's my special challenger, not challenge. What's the right word? Selective eater. And then, but what both of them like is the IQ Mega. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Which is like a fish oil, basically. Yep. And I say that with eyes wide because I don't know many kids who take fish oil supplements in a gel cup form or in a liquid form, and my kids will both down it every day. So They each get a teaspoon. I could probably give them more than that, but I try to keep it to just 1 teaspoon each, typically in a smoothie. And because they love smoothies as well.
Yeah.
So that's definitely become part of our daily in the mornings. I also will I have a bracelet that I wear because I have sensitive skin, and so sometimes I don't always just put the oils directly on my skin, even if it says it's okay. So I bought a leather bracelet where I can put a drop of either elevation for kind of giving me energy and motivation to get going and take on the day with confidence. And I also put a drop of lemon with that because I kind of like that combination in scents. My other favorite is, I laugh when I say it because I feel like I can't say it right, but ylang ylang.
Oh yeah, I love that one too. And I don't know, ylang ylang. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the Y is probably silent. It's probably just lang lang or something. With lavender. I feel like I put something else in it. No, I think it's just lavender and lang lang. And that one legit smells like. Did you hear that?
I know. We're getting a storm over here. Casey, if you're watching, tell us what's going on in our area.
That's what we used to say when I was a kid. The angels are bowling. But lang lang and lavender together smell like a perfume to me, like in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that scent and the effect. That's a very calming combination for me.
Yeah.
I need to, if I've already woke up kind of stressed for whatever reason, either a bad dream or my kids are just like, I put that in my bracelet to kind of, I'll put balance on my feet, on the soles of my feet. That's one that I picked up from the health challenge.
Yeah, the daily health
challenge in April. And then a drop of frankincense under my tongue. Now, I haven't gotten to where I can legit just pour a drop in. What I typically do is I tip the bottle on my finger and then I rub it underneath my tongue. And that works for me. One day I'll be brave and I'll just pour it in.
Wow. It's not the most delicious taste. And I'll tell you, a lot of what I'm loving about what you're saying is that you have created a system that works for you. And I really want to be clear when we talk about essential oils and how to use them is that we can give guidelines and we can say, this is what I do and this is what works for me. But you have to be willing to experiment a little bit to understand your own body and to understand your own skin. And that's some of what's been really kind of fascinating for me is that though I started this for my kids, because I felt like it has given me such insight onto what I respond to, what oils I react with, what kind of triggers me emotionally with the kids or whatever, and what helps. But also too, if we say, you have sensitive skin, so you put it on a bracelet. It's no big deal. It has the same kind of effect. When we say that you can use essential oils, 3 ways, aromatically, so just breathing it in. It could be in a diffuser, on the bracelet, just cupping your hands, opening the bottle, whatever it is. Internally, you can do a drop. You can do exactly what you're doing. You can take a soft gel, or topically, some of them you can use neatly, but most, you want to dilute anyway for safety. It's just I just really appreciate your perspective too. And what you're saying is that again, everybody is different. Your body the best. Right. And so I can say, well, here's kind of what I do. And then you can take that and sort of, change it around for what works for you. But
and you mentioned,
what do you, have you felt have you noticed the frankincense and balance in particular? I feel like when you get people on a routine of doing that, yes, they really notice a shift in how they feel.
Yes, I definitely have noticed. It was funny. I mentioned to you that I felt like I kind of bombed the health challenge, but there are a handful of habits that I picked up, and that was definitely two that I feel changed my daily check-in with myself. I would be like, how are you feeling? And that has obviously made an impact in my calmness and my just energy level and clarity, even if that's even possible to give that credit for that. But especially the Balance Grounding Blend, which smells really good.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
I'm sure I'm pretty biased on some of these smells. I've either gotten really used to it, but I genuinely believe they do smell good because there's some I don't think I'll wear that every day.
No, there are some that, I have cilantro and I cook with it and add it to black bean salsa and stuff. But anyway, my 2-year-old has discovered my drawer. So I have to move everything or get doTERRA does sell the childproof caps. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to figure out a solution, but he's like, Mommy, oils. And he'll come and just bring me 2 or 3. And he insists on putting them in the diffuser himself. Like, insist, a 2-year-old will not be moved. And so yesterday I like walk into like, our house is pretty open. I walk into like the main room and I'm like, what is that smell? And my other kids are like, oh, John put some oils in the diffuser. And I walk out and it's like cilantro and ginger. And he's pretty good. Like, actually, like he really only does a couple drops. Like, he does not, he says, he's watched me do it. The kids know. I'm telling you. The kids know.
Everyone's got it down. Oils? Let's do oils if we do
Yeah.
it.
They know. And they know that they help. But I was like, no.
Well, you mentioned the diffuser. I do it's funny, during the school year, I wasn't diffusing during the day the way that I do now that I'm sorry, my dog's invading. Luna, lay down.
Hi, Luna.
She's a giant oaf of a dog. Very sweet, but oafy. Good girl. So, anyway, this is my world. I do diffuse more over the summer. It just kind of depends on what I feel like our needs are that day. So if I feel like we're all kind of fighting something, I definitely throw in On Guard. If I feel like it's already hit us, then I'll put it in with like lemon and oregano. Oregano is a scent that you need to like. I love it, and I love to cook with it and taste it, but I use it only when I feel like we really need it. The diffuser, because
it's like a look. I'm doing 1 drop, a lot of lemon,
right?
On Guard.
1 drop of
and
oregano.
Just live through it, everybody.
3 drops of On Guard. So, and that's another great combo. I was texting the other day because I could feel the tickle in my throat again. So I did a spoonful of honey with On Guard and lemon and wild orange and frankincense.
Yeah.
But the diffuser has become part of our daily with me being home during the summer. And even at night, I'll shift. So the one during the day is more of like a daytime energy. I'll do like grapefruit, lemon, and wild orange. Or I'll do elevation and lemon. And then when I want the kids to kind of chill and calm down and get ready for night, I switch to like similar to what's on my wrist. Lavender ylang ylang. Or if we're all have that tickle itch, then I do the allergy blend, the lavender, lemon, and peppermint.
Yeah.
And then at night, it's a big part of our night, after bath especially. So Evelyn, we have to do all her boo-boos, which has lavender. The boo-boo oil I made is frankincense, lavender, and melaleuca. And which is tea tree, and she calls them orange, purple, green, because that's the stickers. Orange, purple, green. And so she shows me all her boo-boos that we put it on. If she'll let me, I'll put lavender on her feet, which I, for a while, was thinking she was maybe having a reaction to lavender. But as long as it's in those touch rollers, she's fine. If I use it straight up on her, even if I try to dilute it with lotion, do you want to get on the camera? No. He's trying to stick it on the camera. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
You can. You can say hi. You want to say
hi? I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm doing.
Well, then for Liam, he has his favorite oil. So his favorite oil is Peace especially when he goes to school.
Yeah.
No, it's Cheer.
Cheer. I'm sorry, Cheer. And then Peace is at night. Serenity is always in his diffuser almost every single time. Sometimes we'll put Breathe in there as well if I feel like his respiratory is having issues. And then Evelyn has almost every single night Breathe in it with lavender or cardamom with frankincense. Those are kind of the 2 combos that we go back and forth with. Cardamom's one of those that works for coughs, but I think it doesn't get a lot of light. It's a great one. I don't know when you gave me a sample of it. I think for my party, you gave me a free bottle of it.
Yeah, I think so. Because cardamom is a really, like Breathe comes in all the starter kits, and it's a really, really great one for respiratory support. But Evelyn was like really, really young, and so we were just like, let's just start off with like frankincense and lavender, like really mild stuff. So we used cardamom for that, which is I love the scent of it. I mean, I have it in.
I do too.
Like I love the scent of it. I think it's a great one, but it's really, really safe for little ones and kiddos. So it's just kind of like an easy one to be like, look, let's help this respiratory stuff. And we do like Peace and cedarwood or sandalwood are in my diffuser at night, and they're like magic. I mean,
I haven't gotten sandalwood yet. It's high on my list, and I'm conflicted between the Hawaiian sandalwood or just the sandalwood because I have cedarwood.
yeah.
I got it.
I
It was a good.
mean, it sandalwood has like quickly become one of my favorites. It is well worth it. Um,
That's basically
okay,
my
and
day.
Evelyn's in daycare. So do you, oh, the touch roller. So what, okay, so this is not like the one, but Bridget's talking about these, I'm always backward, but
Does that
these
motivate?
are
That's the other touch roller I wear. Instead of
motivate.
doing my bracelet, that I put motivate on if I want more of a peppermint smell.
I love this one. I love this. So there's a whole these touch lines. There's the emotional aromatherapy touch line. So you have motivate, cheer, peace, forgive, and console, and passion. My 4-year-old responds so well to those. She's just all over the place emotionally, and she lives with cheer and peace in her pocket. And then most of the top 10 oils too, you can get in the touch kit. So it's pre-diluted. So you don't have to, if you're not a DIYer, you can get these, and they come like, they have like the really nice like stainless tops, and they make it so easy to just like swipe up and down your back or up and down your feet. You can run around the house chasing kids with this, or they can apply it themselves. So they're diluted, they're safe for sensitive skin, for elderly skin, and it's just like a piece of cake. I mean, these are lying all around our house. What did we use today? Like Peter's got, Addie's got owies, Lucy's got a cut, John's crying over here. Peter's hot, so he wants peppermint, all the things. They're just like, this is just what we do. But anyway, the touch rollers are awesome.
They are. And so I'll share with you a little bit about Matt because I feel like he was more of a part in my journey than he intended to be, or I thought he would be.
Uh-huh.
But he's old. I would say if I'm going to peg Evelyn's respiratory issues to anyone, it would be his fault. Because he's always had issues. He had asthma as a kid. He, had 2 sets of ear tubes. He did the whole bit. And so he's forever, as long as I've known him, been on some kind of allergy medicine. And Breathe has really helped him. Hey, oh, look. He must have felt it in the air.
The boys are supposed to be in bed, but they're not.
Go on. So Matt, Breathe really changed his world, and Deep Blue changed his world. He works hard in the yard. I tease about it online a lot, probably.
Yeah.
But he gives a lot of heart to our yard. You may not be able to tell because he doesn't be able to give as much time to it as he can, but definitely gets a sore back, and the Deep Blue rub has been a life changer. He even will be like, just put the oil straight on because he wants it like, and he needs to feel it. He's one of those, like, I need to feel it right away. So I will do. I have that lotion. I wish I had it with me. I didn't bring my whole kit in here. I should have set it by my rack, but I think it's called EO lotion, something like that. It's in a blue tube, and you can put oils in it. And it's like a quick way to dilute it if you're supposed to dilute it topically.
Yeah.
And Deep Blue is one you're supposed to dilute topically, even though he doesn't want me to.
Yeah. I know. You should dilute it. doTERRA has a lotion too. I wonder if like an unscented lotion, like specifically for.
That was what I was talking about. So like I will get that with the Deep Blue oil and dilute it.
Yes.
I actually ordered the rub. I had the rub samples to see if we liked it, and those lasted okay. But
they last a while. I mean, but like you want a lot. I do. So I've started doing this Camp Gladiator thing, and like I am sore, but like so awesome. I'll put on the Deep Blue rub before, and then again when I'm finished, but like right before I get in the shower, and like because oils and water like don't really. It just like it makes it so much more intense.
Oh, I'll have to give him that tip then.
It's pretty great. But Deep Blue, like those are for. I always say, I'm like, look, if your husband or somebody is like skeptical. I get it. Just here, you can have this bottle of Deep Blue, and then come back to me later.
And you have to tell them it's like icy hot.
Yes.
It'll feel good like icy hot.
Yes.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
If they like icy hot. If they don't like icy hot, they don't say that. And the other, for him, we were at my sister's house, and he got a headache, and there ain't a bottle of anything but essential oils in her home. You can't
Mm-hmm.
find Tylenol, Motrin, nothing. Um, so he had a headache, and so she just came over with. She's a mom. She doesn't really ask anymore. She just walked over and like doused his temple with. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Where's it hurt?" And she just rubbed the peppermint oil on him,
Yep.
and he's like, "That really worked. I could feel it." And so I'll even get migraines occasionally. I don't get them often, but it's like once a year. And my kind of go-to now is to just rub my temples with deep blue and with the diluted lotion, and I'll put peppermint on straight because peppermint you can do neat, right? I think maybe I'm just breaking the rules. You might want to delete
You can do
it. It comes in a touch, which would be a way better way to do this.
The touch is a great way to do it. It's not going to hurt you if you do. Like, it's not going to hurt you if you do. It's just, it's really, really powerful.
It's very powerful, right? And I think for me, what it does is it totally distracts me from whatever migraine pain is happening.
Yeah.
So, like, it just kind of helps, like, all these pores open up, and I'm just kind of, like, laying here checking out of the pain that's happening inside the brain. So, and then before you know it, the migraine's over and I've survived. But so that's basically our family's world of oils so far.
Yeah.
And we're diving in. I kind of made a rule for myself that I wasn't going to buy doTERRA house products until I had used up what I already had.
Yep.
Just to be kind of economical.
Yep.
So I finally ran out of hand soap in my bathroom, which is hard to do as a teacher because I don't know if you knew this, but teachers get a lot of hand soaps and lotions
Really? Oh,
as gifts.
I did not, but good to know.
So, great gift idea from doTERRA.
Uh-huh.
A soap kit, like a cute pump with the bottle of this, because the soap smells so good. I really like it.
Great idea. I'm going to write that down for like teacher appreciation. I'm not joking.
Absolute teacher. Teacher appreciation, yes. And what else did I think about recently that I thought this is? Oh, and my next buy, I can't wait to try it, is the laundry detergent.
Oh yeah.
But again, I have to use it up. I'm not done yet.
I know. We do that too. And so the laundry detergent, like when it comes, it looks like a super small bottle, and you're like, oh my gosh, but it's so concentrated. You need the tiniest amount, and our clothes are like dirty. I mean, dirty. So we love that stuff. But I love that idea too. Like you don't have to. Nobody's saying like you have to jump all in, and just throw everything out and start over. It's like baby steps. What are some small changes that you can make incrementally in your life? And doTERRA helps make that happen. And I think that's one of the reasons why I really, really want to encourage people to continue to use the loyalty reward program because of that. Because by the time you start doing, okay, I ran out of hand soap, I ran out of laundry detergent, I ran out of cleanser or whatever it is, these are all things that you're bringing into your home anyway. And when you buy them through your own store, you're basically paying yourself, because then you're getting so many points back. I always tell everyone, I'm like, if I did this as a business or not, all of my product, like I never buy any oils ever, because I get so many points again, I mean, we are a family of 6, but soap, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, the deep blue rub, you can't live without that. Probiotics, supplements, the vitamins for the kids. I mean, by the time we get to all that stuff, like I have so many points in my account. And again, these are things that we would use anyway. So
and from the business end of, I'll admit I was a Mary Kay consultant at one point. And what I really liked the difference with this was I could totally baby step into the business as well. So like I started out as just a wholesale member, which was $35 for the year, right?
Yep.
And
it's waived when you get a kit, but if you want to go like a la carte, it's
right. And I think I did an enrollment kit instead, but then there wasn't any like liability. Like so I bought my kit, I had my diffuser, I had like all these oils that covered pretty much anything that I could think of at the time. And so, whereas like sometimes you have to buy like $500 worth of stuff, and then here you are with all this stuff that you've committed to, and you're kind of to me, it gave me anxiety to have all this stuff that I had to figure out how to sell.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
this is more just living it and enjoying it and getting a real like valuable experience that you can share with people about it versus like the pressure of figuring out how to do this. And
yeah, I think you're so right in that, and I do think that that is a lot of what makes doTERRA different.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of conversation that I have here. People are like, well, I don't want to commit to anything. I'm like, you're not. Like, you're a wholesale customer that's like shopping at Costco.
I say it all the time. It's a
like,
Costco
but you don't actually have to go. It's like magical. You just do it from your computer. And nobody knows what you're like. You're just all on your own thing. You can opt into the loyalty reward program if you want to, but you're not required to.
Right.
If you do, to keep your points, you just need one thing. One thing. Like, to earn points, you need 50. And so it's a really good way. Like, if you are on a budget, but you do want to clean up what you have in your home, is like commit to $50 a month to start moving things out. Like, you're spending that anyway somewhere. Right. But then too, same with me, like with the business, is that I'm not sure I would have jumped. I mean, I would not have jumped in like completely, but it's like, oh, I'm using this and then I started being like, you guys have got to, like, let me tell you how this has helped Peter. And then, people are like, oh, I'm really interested. Like, this is what we're trying to find a solution for. It's like, well, you should get this kit. And then I got a paycheck. And then I was like, oh, that's not bad. Like, let me see. I bet I can get all of my stuff paid for. And so you can take baby steps into it. That's a big one.
Oh my gosh.
Feels like heat lightning, but you get thunder.
I saw it in your window and I saw it in my window. Like, we live maybe a mile apart, which is ironic.
But I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday. It's like, you don't have to keep any inventory. I mean, on occasion, like, I keep the free stuff, like the product of the month. On occasion, I'll have like extra On Guard or Breathe. And if somebody texts and says, hey, Lee, I need it, if I have it, I will sell it to them.
Right.
But most of the time I don't keep things on hand. I don't spend any more than I need to. And you don't ever have to with doTERRA. And I mean, to start, and we'll chat about this later, but to start earning commission, you just have to be at 100 PV. I mean, for me, so that's basically $100 for our family. Like, we're there in a heartbeat because we're doing supplements and probiotics and those kinds of things that we'd be spending other places. But anyway, I know we've been chatting forever. I always think that we're just going to be on for like 20 minutes. So it's going to be like super quick. I don't know, like, nobody's going to want to watch for 45 minutes.
I'm just glad I don't have a glass of wine, because then I'd be.
But I know.
It'd be like we're out having
fun. But I appreciate you coming on and telling us your stories. So like, we've had, I mean, my friend Danita, is single, lives in Philadelphia, like goes in for like DIY stuff, skincare, things to kind of clean up her house. My sister, newborn, pregnant, moving to a new city. She uses all these kinds of things. I've got 4 kids. I stay at home. I do this as a business. You're a teacher. You've got 2, an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old. And my point, like, everybody uses everything for different reasons, and doTERRA works for everybody. And so I'm loving that about our Tuesday talks. So thanks for coming on.
Good talks. This is great. Thanks for having me. I loved it.
And if anybody has any questions, I'm gonna get Bridget back in here to answer. So type them out, put them in here, and we'll shoot them over to her. And y'all can come back and feel free to share. And so we can see ourselves all over the internet. It'll be so fun.
Yay.
All right. Have a good night.
Night.
See ya.